and gentlemen, this is Dupor Bowl IX, the second game. We're probably only going to get one half of action in here. This happened once before back in 1985, and I believe the very first Dupor Bowl only had 1 3/4 of a game. With me in the booth, I'm really pleased to announce, is one of the Dupor Bowl stars, unquestionably, Harold Darak, joining me in the booth. Harold?
Mike, it's a pleasure to be back in a broadcast booth once again. I haven't done it in years, and I'm looking forward to being your broadcast partner.
Harold was a broadcaster for WHUS Radio at the University of Connecticut.
One of the all-time worst broadcasters in WHUS history.
Undoubtedly. And with us also for some color commentary, John DaRin, a former player in the BFL. So the three of us are going to have a good time in here while they have a lousy time down in the cold.
Game pretty soon because we're going to be cold and freeze our buns up here.
Okay. Harold, let's review some of the stats now in terms of scoring. Did you score any points today? Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Off the top of my head, yes. I scored one touchdown, and I think I threw maybe 5 others. But you
did score one.
I scored one.
That would move you up to 71 total points. It won't get you past Tvardzik. You're still firmly number 3 in all-time scoring.
But I've played like half the amount of games that Paul's played in, so I don't feel too bad about being third on all-time scoring.
That's right. You average a little under 9 points a game at this point, I'd say. Murray's the only one ahead of you in that category of the people who've played a bunch of games.
I don't think he scored
Murray,
today.
he didn't. So that's going to drop him down to around 10 points a game. We'll see what he does down here. They're getting ready down on the field. Harold, some comments on the field today. You were down there. What were the conditions like?
Field conditions are excellent today. It hasn't rained in quite some time. Usually it's a little muddy down there, and you have to have cleats to move around, but there's really no problems moving. It's a gorgeous day. You can see the blue sky in the background. I'm sure Carol's getting a glimpse of the blue sky and the beautiful Derby side.
Derby
oh, God, isn't that just gorgeous with those no leaves over there? And those scummy houses. It's a really gorgeous view.
Harold, you notice for the first time we've got an actual custom 60-yard field with the lines. I think that really enhanced the play today.
I think that's why there was so much offense. They knew where the lines were. They can go for the line and try to get the quick pass on the sidelines. And I think that made a lot. Also, I think the lack of the extra point sped up the game quite a bit.
John, let me ask you a question that a lot of people want to know the answer to, a lot of our viewers at home. Back in 1984, of course, you sustained probably the most serious Dupor Bowl injury we had, and later went in for some arthroscopic surgery. Are you ever going to come back to the BFL, to the Dupor Bowl, or is your career over?
Well, Mike, you may remember my injury came on a pass reception. I think my career as a receiver is over, but in the future, it looks good to come back as a potential offensive or defensive lineman.
Possibly for Dupor Bowl X, I would say.
Dupor Bowl X. The big reveal next year is really going to be a big one.
Has there been a date set for that yet?
If we had a calendar, we could tell you. It'll be the Saturday after Thanksgiving, folks.
At 12 o'clock noon. Please be there. Bring your family and friends. Admission is free. It's the only place you can get free admission to a game. It's worth the money, every penny of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Bill Wyskiel wants to say something. No, I guess he's getting shy.
Moon! Yeah!
Oh! All right, let's get this thing underway. Paul Tvardzik, Jim Hawley, and Bill Wyskiel, all three of them were here for the very first Dupor Bowl back in '79. And it's going to be Gaynor, Murray, and Condon on the left. Harold, your thoughts on what this contest looks like right now?
Mismatch City is what I see. Those old guys, if they can pull this off, that will be a miracle. A miracle. I mean, you got Tvardzik there who couldn't
get the opening. The opening kickoff's a short one. Tvardzik takes it. He's still going and all across midfield.
What a play. Tvardzik still has those terrible hands that he's displayed since Dupor Bowl I.
They're going to start at midfield. Pretty good
glove position. Jackson just commenting that Tvardzik is the Michael Jackson of the Dupor Bowl. He has one glove on in a very high voice, and personally I think that might make the difference for the older teams.
We've got in front of us Dupor Bowl scores. It seems over the years they've gotten closer. The games have, well, I'm not sure that holds true all the time. 85 was 14-9 game, low scoring. This year, Harold, what's your explanation for why we had a real high-scoring open game? Sometimes we have open games, sometimes we have defensive games.
We forgot how to play defense this year. Was why.
You think that's basically
I think that's basically.
All right, here we go. First play from scrimmage. Quarterback hikes to himself in this league. in this game. 3-Merson team. Jim Hawley back to pass. Tvardzik on the right goes for Wyskiel. It's complete.
Personally, I think the Darak rule should be overruled here, and the quarterback should be allowed
down to the 22-yard line. We have to watch the yard markers a little better here. Gene, you want to work the chains with her?
Gene, go down there, work those chains.
Come on, Gene.
Come on, Gene. You're a chain
All
worker.
right. Yes, Gene. All right, here comes the chain crew, and that was a gain of about 9 yards, just short of the first down. 14 plays left in the game. This is a real exciting game only because we got these old-time veterans against some of the younger guys. If you look back at when these people first came into the league, we find that Bruce Murray, Murray was here for the first Dupor Bowl. I was surprised
He was quite young back then, though,
yes,
and not as well developed as he is now.
No. But Gaynor didn't come in till 84. Condon didn't come in till last year, 86. On the other side, of course, Bill Wyskiel's been here for every Dupor Bowl. Tvardzik, the same thing, and Hawley missed one. Hawley missed 1982.
I believe he had a date for the first time that year in '82, so he couldn't possibly make that game.
Seems to be some confusion down here in the field. The chains, though, are now set up. The rules here seem to be just a quarterback hiking to himself. This harkens back to the ancient day of the BFL 1974.
I have a question. Is a quarterback going to be allowed to run on a rush? That's a very...
Here's Hawley throwing to Tvardzik, complete, and it's a first down.
Tvardzik caught a pass.
Tvardzik excited, getting down to the 18-yard line.
There was no pressure on the play. That's why Tvardzik caught it. If it was the end of the game, I think Paul would have missed it.
In Dupor Bowl II, I believe, was the last time we ever had 3-man teams. That was the year that Strauss, Harold, you weren't there, but Al Strauss came in as a ringer, and just, believe it or not, scored, in 2 games, he scored 48 points, averaging 24 points a game. That was the last time we had 3-man teams. Look for high scoring today. Hawley looking, throwing, incomplete. I think he just had to get that away.
Very good pass rush by Murray, and very good coverage by both receivers.
Yeah, he couldn't find anyone open.
You never know. With the 3-on-3, it could be either big scoring or low scoring. The final score of that Dupor Bowl II game was 40-0. So obviously one of the teams had good defense.
One of them, yeah. I think you noticed Strauss was the ringer there on that side of the field. Hawley back to pass. He's looking long, hoisted up. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for Wyskiel in the end zone.
I believe the legs must be getting tired on almost everybody. Wyskiel not running quite as fast as he did in 1979, nor quite as fast as he ran in the first game today. So a lot of things are starting to slow up.
Harold, we've got a question for you. You, I believe, are the only Dupor Bowl regular to now have a potential second generation player, and that would be your son Jeffrey Darak.
I've talked to him about Dupor Bowl, and he's pretty excited about it. He's looking to possibly participate in somewhat of the festivities next year and become a regular the year after that.
That would be great.
5 years old, I think he probably
about time to start.
There's another Darak record. He's probably the youngest player ever played a Dupor Bowl, and he wants to set it.
Yes. Wyskiel is a receiver, by the way. You saw him going out for a pass, maybe think, well, gee, the guy can't catch the ball. But over the years, he's caught 18 passes for over 200 yards and averages 11.6 a catch.
Well, I'll tell you, that's 9 years of playing. That's 2 catches a day. That's a pretty good average.
What's he doing? What are you doing? Some sort of confusion on the field, Paul Tvardzik.
Did you hear how high Paul's voice was on that?
Paul's back to pass. He's looking, thrown into the end zone. Batted away by Condon. He was right in position for that. No chance to complete that ball. I would have thought this would be a high-scoring game, and maybe, as you point out, Harold, it will be on one side of the ball and not on the other.
That must have been 4th down. It's the only reason why they would bat down a ball near the end zone instead of catching it. That was not a very smart play.
You would have taken the interception. You certainly
take it back to the 10-yard line. That's not a smart play. If they get a first down here, you never want to give that to the offense.
All right, here we go. Tvardzik wide on the right. Wyskiel quarterback. Get up.
Great commentary. Great commentary, Mike. You really pinpointed that play specifically.
Incomplete pass. It's rather amusing. Now, this team didn't. Do you think they're doomed already? I mean, they had. It seems to me they had to get down there and score. They are the underdogs here.
Well, I'll tell you, the other team definitely has the team speed. Gaynor and Condon are faster than anybody on the other team.
Yeah, it looks like
I could just see
Murray
throwing.
Hawley are going to be
Murray's going to be throwing touchdown pass after touchdown pass, and I could bet we could possibly see one on this play because he's just going to throw it deep. Let's just watch.
But it looks like, yeah, Murray is the quarterback. Let's try to watch the coverage on this and see whether they can keep up with those guys. Condon and Gaynor.
Pass rush. Wyskiel, it's very important that Wyskiel puts on a heavy pass rush.
That's right. I think you're right, John. They've got to get to that quarterback, or else
A timeout.
here's the first down. The quarterback hikes it. They're going to run with the ball. Kind of surprising play, and he's stopped by Wyskiel. Picked up, about 5 yards there. Are you surprised that they came out running?
I'm very surprised. It looks like they're worth. They just started throwing the ball, but Wyskiel very quickly came up from the ball for possibly a 5-yard gain.
It doesn't even look like 5. Where they spotted it, it looks like he picked up about 4.
I could venture to guess that might be the defensive highlight of the game for this team.
It could be. Murray, back to pass. Condon's going light. He's certainly got him beat. He's wide open. He catches the ball. He levels it.
No,
that's an illegal play.
That's a penalty.
That's going to be a penalty. An illegal forward pass.
From the spot,
from the catch. From
10
the
yards
catch.
back, 1st and 20. First down and 20. It is an illegal catch.
A good catch.
First down and 20. 10 yards back.
10 yards from the spot of the catch.
Aimee, bring it up to the spot of the catch.
Yeah, bring it up.
No. All the way up to the spot of the catch, Aimee. Keep going, Gene.
Keep going, Gene. Keep going. Keep going. Is that how you'd roll it? When you just mark him back 10 and then make it 1st and 10 from there?
No. That's good. These guys can.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 20. 1st and 20 on that illegal forward pass. And that was, Gaynor to Condon? Was Gaynor the QB in there?
No, the pass was to Condon. It was a nice play. He was falling as he caught it. And he was down on the ground. Hawley was coming out after him to chase him. Yeah. He flipped it over to Gaynor.
But the coverage on that really broke down. He was wide open. As you had
Tavarzik's not going to be able to beat him, especially if he's not hitting him off the side. There's offside.
Offside.
1st and 25. These guys, the young men, are just too sloppy. They're
real sloppy here. I think they're overconfident. I think they come in a little cocky here.
I think you're right.
Okay, now here we are. Murray at quarterback.
First and
Murray
25.
looking all the way to Gaynor, but now Gaynor's wide open, just got by his man, and it is a touchdown.
Incredible, but it wasn't
unexpected. It was a 29-yard TD pass, Murray to Gaynor, 7-0. With 6 plays left in the first quarter.
Hey, wait a minute. Look at his dancing. I think this is preconceived. I think that's a penalty. I think they should start 5 yards back. The NFL has strict standards on preconceived dancing.
But this is not the NFL.
This is the BFL. Didn't we rule on this last year? Look at this. Look at
this.
Doing. They're almost having sex in midfield. Look, and they are having sex right here. Look at Bill. He's going all over.
John, your comments on this first part of the first quarter?
Well, I think that the Murray team has definitely showed their strength in the passing game. That was a nice pump, fake, and go on the part of Gaynor. That was an easy 7 points there.
Yeah, wide open.
Tvardzik and Hawley better get their pass coverage together, or this could be a long day.
As Harold had guessed, the pass coverage was rather poor on this. I think it could be a long day for the veterans.
It was rather poor.
We might almost be time to start checking the Dupor Bowl record book for the biggest blowout in Dupor Bowl history. Because
how many plays left in the first quarter, Mike?
There are 6 left in the first quarter.
Even less than that. I would guess there's 4 left.
I think 6.
I think she's right.
No, I think there's 6. The biggest blowout that I can see was 40-0. Maybe too early. Wyskiel with the ball.
What a move by Wyskiel!
Gets it out to the 18.
Did you see that?
Footwork on that play.
Yeah. What a move! He had Dave Gaynor faked out in his jockstrap. He didn't know where to go.
I'd like to also reference the fact that in let's see, Tvardzik, number 83, is looking pretty good out there. I think he's had some facial reconstruction. Michael Jackson's glove could be meaningful. I don't know.
We had an interview with him earlier, and it's on tape right now. Paul, what did you feel about this game? Well, I thought it'd be a tough game, but I'm really looking forward to playing in my 9th Dupor Bowl.
Okay, here we go. Tvardzik at quarterback. Hawley wide on the left. Wyskiel very wide on the right. They got to get something moving here quick. He throws out to Hawley. It's complete. Nice, and a first down at midfield. Move the ball down to midfield. There will be 5 plays left in the first quarter. 5 in the first quarter.
I'll tell you, Tvardzik kept his composure under the heavy pass rush by Murray, and sometimes maybe the experience and the age difference could help out.
It could be. They're down by 7. I think. Will my co-commentators here agree that they've got to come up with a score here, or else they're going to be in too big of a hole?
I agree with you, Mike. You're almost always right. I've never seen anything you've ever said.
Here's Tvardzik throwing long across the field. That's could have been picked off. That was threw all the way across the other side of the field.
Silly pass, very silly pass. But Tvardzik's a very silly individual, and it goes hand in hand.
Tvardzik missed his man on that pass. He should have been rolling out to the right.
Yeah, he's rolling out the wrong way. Man was on the right, and he's rolling to the left.
I think we have a confrontation down here. It looks like Beth Hartnett's coming in here to try to get her position back as a lines person. There might be some sort of fight. Let's see what's going to happen.
No, she's going to take over the down marker.
Well, that's very big of her.
Yes, very nice to see this resolved in that way. Jim Hawley, by the way, as a receiver, coming into Dupor Bowl IX, had caught 20 passes for 223 yards, averaging 11.2 yards a catch. He had 4 TDs. It seems the average, looking over the stats, the average catch for a completed pass in the Dupor Bowl is about 12, 13 yards. We don't complete a high percentage of them, but when we do, they're usually good for about 12 yards. Here we go. It's second down.
Who's your all-time leading quarterback, Mike?
Tvardzik back to pass. Looking over the middle for Wyskiel. Overthrew. Kind of high for him, really.
I think it was a bad pass.
It's going to be what, third? Is this third down?
Third down. There's our.
They're flipping the
chart.
Wow, all right.
They're flipping it. It's taking too long.
It's four.
It's not four.
No, wait.
It's third down. Yay.
Third down. And there are now just 3 plays left in the first quarter.
I think the effect of the Corona beer could be showing
now
up.
It's fourth down. Wait a minute. I think it's fourth.
John, what was your comment there?
Wyskiel had a little trouble getting his hands up on that pass.
You think it could be the halftime,
Could be the
mid-game
Corona.
Corona? Tvardzik back to pass. Looking, Hawley's going deep, going for Hawley. Incomplete over his head. I think Paul's having a little trouble with his aim here as well.
Look, it looks like there's almost going to be a fight on the field.
Now, is this fourth down?
This is fourth down.
Confused on this.
I think there's only 2 plays left in the half.
Fourth coming up. 2 plays left in the first quarter. They're punting now, giving the ball away. And Harold, I've got to wonder whether they'll be able to shut this offense down at all. Murray's offense. I mean, I think they can score at will.
They need a turnover, and it'd be nice to get a fumble here on the kick, but that's the best they're going to have to do.
That would be the best they can hope for. Tvardzik is punting, and he gets it off the side of his foot. I'm not sure they'll mark that, but certainly beyond the 10. And Gaynor is marking it.
At the 17-yard line.
Yeah, at the 17.
So first down the other way for the Youngsters.
Tvardzik punt was about 13 yards.
He was going for the corner, and he missed horrendously, but it was worth a shot.
In the Dupor Bowl, of course, the ball comes out to the 10 and not to the 20, as in pro ball. So had he kicked it through the end zone, it would have come out to the 10-yard line.
Very good. My co-commentator is out busy doing some extra yard work. And here we go. First down and 10 with 2 plays left in the quarter. Here's the snap. Pass or a flip over to Gaynor. Gaynor fakes ref, goes right, or vice versa, and it's long gone, and it's 14-0. And he fumbles the ball, but he picks it up just in time. It is a touchdown for the Youngsters. It's 14-0.
Harold, that was a 43-yard running play.
43-yard running play, and
with just 1 play left in the quarter.
And I'm really embarrassed for the old people because they've been here. They've been here for years and years. They've been giving their heart out, giving and giving, and then giving some more.
You'll be happy to know, Harold, that is not a new record. You still hold the record, the longest rushing play, a 51-yard TD rush.
Wow, I was good in my old days.
It's one of the longest ones. Behind him was a fellow by the name of Max Racone, who came in as a ringer, I believe, in 1981. No, I could be mistaken on that. Racone came in 1982.
82.
He participated in the first game of the 82 season.
And they won.
You didn't come in until the second game that year, Harold. But Racone came in and won. It's 14-0.
1 play left in the first half.
Yeah, we only play in a half here, so 1 play left in the quarter. 1 play, first quarter.
They're going to play a game. Paul's looking to embarrass himself.
Yeah,
Paul
wants. Harold, did you note the defense on that seemed to really give up?
What defense? Was there people out there? It looked like it was 6-on-0, but I could be mistaken. I might be harsh.
Here's the opening kick up by Gaynor. It's a high kick. It's going to be fielded by Hawley, and he takes it, and he stopped at the 22.
Good play by Condon. As he ran right down there.
Pretty decent field position.
22-yard line. 1st and 10. The ball will go the other way. These lines people really got it down. They're really doing a great job.
Now, let's look back to some of the closer and better Dupor Bowl contests. The second game of the first Dupor Bowl, all the way back in 1979, it only went 3 quarters. It was myself, Bruce Murray, Paul O'Karma, and Paul Tvardzik faced Briette and Wyskiel, who were interchangeable. Jim Hawley, Rob Hawley, the Bilbus was playing back in those days, and Bill Miller.
I remember good old Bill. That's probably the only one he's ever played in.
Yes, it was, the very first one. 34-32. My team with Bruce Murray, O'Karma, and Tvardzik won that game.
That was a thriller. I remember that. I left early.
Thriller. The first close Dupor Bowl, and there wouldn't be another close one for several years, actually, after that.
Snap by Hawley. 2 men going out. He fakes left, goes right. Wyskiel. Oh, knocked away
by Gaynor. They're having trouble getting the men open there. Again, as you point out, I think the defenders are quicker than the offensive players on this particular team. And the guys are just basically running square-out type of patterns, and they're just not getting open.
Yeah, it's not even exciting to watch. They're just doing your normal day-in, day-out type football plays, and the youngsters have already picked up on it.
So then let's go back to another previous close Dupor Bowl, unlike what we've got in store today, and that would be Dupor Bowl V in 1983. That's the end of the first quarter. You can keep going the same side if you want. And they're going to do that. End of the first quarter, 15 plays left in the half. Hawley back to pass. Hawley, Tvardzik's open on the right. He completes it, and he's out of bounds for the first down. Great play. Down. That's across midfield to the 28.
Great play. It was a good play by Hawley. Tvardzik was there for the reception and stepped out of bounds maybe a little bit too early. He might have gotten a few more yards out of it. But, hey, first down.
Harold, let's harken back, as I said, to 1983. It was Saturday, November 26th. Beelan, Formanak, Gardner, Jim Hawley, and Bruce Murray played Colonese. Rob Hawley, Rob was still playing 4 years ago.
I don't know why he's not here.
Ryan Karazanski, Tvardzik, and Bill Wyskiel. It was a 19-12 contest with the Jim Hawley, Bruce Murray team ending up victorious. That was really the second Dupor Bowl game that was close enough for the other team to win it going into the end of the game. We do have a couple more, which if we get another break, well, we have another break right now in the action. The third game, the only year we did play 3, was 1984, Dupor Bowl VI, the year of Mr. DaRin's injury. The third game was Beelan, a guy named Ernie, Gardner, Krasansky, and Murray.
Here's a snap. Hawley back to pass. Looks to right. Wyskiel.
Oh! Can't hold on.
Hawley threw a little bit behind him, and Billy's hands just weren't there. Tvardzik was going deep on the left side. Looked like he didn't have Condon beat at all.
Wasn't open.
Keep going with your story. This is a great story.
The Krasansky-Murray team, they played against a guy named Edgeworth, Jim Hawley, Mackey, Stubner, and Pete Wojciechowski, who was here earlier. 63-56. That was an offensive
very big defensive game.
Just really was a wild game. Then in 85, we had another close one. Colonese, Darak. We
always teamed up well.
Ryan Krasansky, a couple of guys whose names we have yet to fill in, against Gaynor, Hawley, Murray, Tvardzik, and Wyskiel. We beat them by 5.
We're great. Hawley going to the left, underthrowing Tvardzik tremendously. That brings up a third down. He 12 plays left in the first half.
Didn't really have anything open on that one either. Went through in that direction. He was wise not to really put it up because it would have been picked off.
Yes, very good point. Hawley back to pass. He looks right, looks left. Now he throws a wobble to Tvardzik, knocked away by Condon.
Tvardzik just started to break open as he made his cut over the middle.
Dueling announcers.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I like announcing with you. We've teamed up in a lot of things together.
The punt by Wyskiel and gets off a nice end over end. It's taken by Gaynor at the
ball! The ball! Tvardzik has it! And the big break is coming by Youngster!
Play!
First down!
The was a good one. A lot of scrambling there, but Paul Tvardzik's got it. Number 83.
Fumble
Actually
recovery.
about the 10, 11-yard line. What a play. And that was the break they needed.
It is first down. There is 11 plays left in the first half.
So there's 12.
You're right. There's 12 plays left. There's plenty of time in this game.
12 plays. The ball's at the 11, just about the 10-yard line.
Don't
They
ever
really
fuck
got a
me on
break
film again
there.
or I'll kill you.
They really got a break.
That could be the key the Hawley team needed.
Or they could screw up.
I think if they had given it away there, it would have been all over.
I think they should start running. They look like they got the muscle over the other team, and they
Okay.
should just start using it to their advantage. Hawley taking the snap. Two men going out. He just lobs one. Oh, almost had an interception there.
Yeah.
There's some miscommunication down on the field, and you can still see it.
They're really not getting it together, Joe.
I was questioning the positioning on the Hawley team. It seems like Hawley has more speed than Wyskiel. Has Wyskiel ever had any experience at quarterback?
Well, let's check that, John. That's a good question. Wyskiel's experience at quarterback is minimal. He's attempted 18, completed 6 for 33% completion. He's thrown 4 TD passes, though, and just those 6 completions, 4 were touchdowns. Might be something to try.
Hawley back there in the snap. He's looking for Tvardzik deep. He's look at pass interference. I see pass interference. First down and goal.
Flag on the play.
First down and goal from the 3.
First and goal. There's a flag down, and that was Gaynor.
Gaynor definitely pushed down. I believe Billy Wyskiel. I'm not sure if the ball was for Wyskiel or Tvardzik. Either person could have caught it. I think that might be their strategy. Let somebody catch the ball.
An automatic first down in the 2 that doesn't count as a play, so we're still at 11. And they're getting down there one way or another. May not be pretty, but they're getting closer to the goal line.
Look for the run here. They're too close to start
should-
throwing the ball
They should
around.
run the ball. They should run it.
Big discussion here. Quite a big discussion. Let's see what
Big
they're going to
play. It looks like they're throwing the ball, Harold.
do. That's smart
He
move.
is, and looking, he's holding it. Now no one's open.
Throws it out of the end
Throws it
zone.
through the end zone. Smart move.
Smart move, but bad play calling. It's second
10
down.
plays left. I would have run the ball. And looking back, Tvardzik scored 3 rushing touchdowns in his career. Wyskiel's never scored one, but Jim Hawley has scored one. Tvardzik averages about 5 yards a carry, and Hawley also averages about 5 yards a carry. So it would seem like this would be a good place to try a run. 10 plays left till halftime. And again, looks like a passing formation. Perhaps a rule's been made down there of no running or something.
No, that's not true because they've already flipped it for a running touchdown earlier in the
That's
in the
right.
game.
It seems to be poor play calling here.
And that might doom them. You figure with the experience, they'll be able to
Going
put the ball in the end
Tvardzik
zone.
breaks. No, nobody's open. He's sacked. He's sacked.
I couldn't tell.
That was a sack.
I couldn't really tell.
He sacked him.
The official scoring was a sack on the play, makes it third down and goal. Gives them a little more room to try to get the ball in the end zone, but I believe the best passing is Hawley to Tvardzik, and they're really not looking to exploit that very much.
They're not getting open. Oh, quarterback change.
Quarterback
Tvardzik
change.
is quarterback.
Yeah, they're back to pass. Tvardzik looking left, looking right. He's going to zip one to Wyskiel. He caught it! What a play! And he stopped at the 1 yard line!
Stopped at the 1. What's this?
Touchdown!
No, stop!
He didn't touch him in
stop
time!
him.
He didn't have control of the
What a
ball when
play.
he did touch him.
That's
when
right.
he finally got control of the ball, he put it in.
Oh, wait a
Wait a minute,
now,
now,
wait a minute.
there's a mass confusion on the
We're
field.
gonna check this. Gene!
What's the call, Gene?
Fourth down!
Fourth
He didn't
down.
get it. The
They
officials
did not
won.
get it. They're going back and forth on the field.
Tackle. Fourth and goal from the 1. 9 plays left in the half. That was a nice play.
That was a very nice play. Wyskiel really caught that ball.
Yeah, nice
with
play.
that one hand, he brought it across, making it both. Now, let's see what they do here. They gotta run the ball in the end zone.
Harold, it still doesn't look like a running formation.
Looks like could be a run formation to the
Loading
right
him on
here.
the right.
Oh, he's got it open
Tvardzik to
side.
throw.
Oh, touchdown! What a play by Hawley! Tvardzik getting it past Condon, and
Nice play. Jim Hawley coming into this game with 4 receiving touchdowns already. And a nice play to Tvardzik to Hawley. 8 plays left till halftime. It's 14-7. Gentlemen, I'm surprised that they are able. They're in this game.
It was a turnover, probably the second turnover of the day. Earlier, Hawley picked off a pass. That was the only turnover in the first game. It was a very well played first game.
Crucial.
This turnover on the first fumble.
Crucial
of the
fumble
day.
and recovery. They're in this thing. It's 14-7.
Nice kick. Tvardzik with the kick. Gaynor picks it up.
Trotting out, looking for blockers. Tvardzik's chasing him down. Hawley nabs him 25-yard line. Okay, it's Condon, the quarterback. Gaynor's open, looking for Murray long. He's completing it. They're giving him a big cushion, and Murray's trying to get some blockers. Laterals it back to Gaynor, and he stopped. Good play by Hawley. A couple of yards on the lateral. Hawley was right there at the 18. All right, 7 plays left. They're driving. Gaynor's going to be the quarterback. Condon wide on the right, Murray wide on the left.
Gaynor back to pass.
Lateral again. Double left.
Oh,
stop,
didn't do anything.
Not much. Gained 2 yards. Stopped by Hawley.
Do a close-up. Here's a close-up of a down marker that was heavily constructed all last night.
And here we go, coming to the ball.
Gaynor's going to be quarterback again. Wide on the left is Murray. On the right, Condon. He hikes it to himself. He fakes past the left. Fakes again.
Wide open.
Oh, wait.
Should have had that.
Yes, he should have had that. I believe he choked.
Okay. 3rd down, about 7.
This time Murray will take the quarterback.
Half.
This is the fastest set of receivers.
Condon's wide open. To Wyskiel. Almost picks it off. 4th down.
What a play. How many plays?
If they hold him here, this could be a big turning point for the veterans.
It would be a surprise, but again, one of the faster receivers, one of the sure-handed ones going out.
There's
Condon.
fire!
Incomplete!
The veterans will take over at the
16-yard line.
Harold's quitting.
Well, I'll take over. Oh, you won't.
Okay. Harold, we're surprised, frankly, at this turn of events.
Well, look at this. Tvardzik's probably going to hike it to himself and then pitch it over to Hawley.
Now Hawley moves out as a flanker. They were going to do a cute-looking play. They tried to
Tvardzik back to pass. He's looking for Wyskiel. He gets Hawley.
First down.
For some reason, they continue to keep going out of bounds. I don't know exactly why. But it is a first down on the Youngster side of the field. Tvardzik back to pass. He's looking right. He's going to fire to Wyskiel. He got the pass. Oh, what a play. Tackle on the play. First down, 2 plays left in the half.
And that spot was to the 19-yard line. The completed pass to Wyskiel, who's doing quite a receiver. A timeout was called on the play, and there are 2.5 plays left till halftime, possibly 2.5 left in the game. The veterans, to the surprise of everyone in the stands, are really holding their own in this ball game and are driving now to try to tie it up. With not much time left, it's 1st and 10 at the 19.
Tvardzik will be quarterback. Hawley on the left, Wyskiel lining up on the right. Taking the snap is Tvardzik. He's looking right, looking left, fires a pass to Hawley. Gets it away. Nice play by Condon. Yep. 1.5 play, 2 plays left.
2 plays
left in the half. Okay, there's 2 plays left. It is 2nd down.
2 wideouts on the right.
Tvardzik takes a snap. He looks right. Gaynor's pretty quick.
Incomplete.
And Bruce didn't really mean to hit him that hard, but
3rd down. 1.5 plays left.
Another timeout brings it up to 2. The last timeout.
3rd and 10. They've got 2 plays to try to do something here at the 19. Tvardzik back to pass. Looking deep. Looking for Hawley in the end zone. Oh! Hey, good coverage again by Condon. There's 1 play and it's 4th down. What they need to do here, other than score a touchdown?
Well, they've had a couple of good opportunities with Condon batting away the ball at the last minute. Looks like it could go to Hawley here again.
Penalty would probably stop the
back to pass. They're both in the middle. Throws it up for grabs and batted away. He really wasn't throwing for anyone in particular there, I think. Just kind of tossed it up.
And he's disgusted. Tvardzik is disgusted. I'm not sure if it's at himself or his teammates, but that's the end of the game.
14-7. The veterans ending. I believe that's it for the game. And frankly, they did better than I thought they would.
They did much better. I thought, for one thing, they'd get shut out, and I thought they'd at least lose by maybe 21, 28 points.
Point spread on this was about 21, I think.
21 and a half.
They've certainly beat the spread.
They beat the spread by a lot, and I know I didn't put money on them, so I didn't make anything.
Yeah. But it's good to see the veterans there hanging together and still holding their own in this league. They had the chance to tie it up right up to the last play. Didn't do it, but at least they had that chance.
I agree with you. Mike, it's been a pleasure being in the broadcast booth with you once again.
John, any final thoughts?
It's been enjoyable for myself, and let's look forward to next year.
Yes, next year's the Gala Dupor Bowl 10.
The Gala Dupor Bowl 10. We should probably look in the annuals and invite everyone who played in at least one Dupor Bowl.
Played. Send out invitations.
I believe so. It'd be like a reunion. We got Tvardzik, who's in Rhode Island. He's married now. He might be able to come down.
Frank Netto arriving a little bit late,
but plenty of time for festivities.
And that's it for Dupor Bowl number 9. It was a classic, folks. Let's give a hand to all the participants.
Yay! And let's thank our camera woman, Carol Samuel, for doing a fantastic job today.
We'd like to thank, once again, the sponsor for Dupor Bowl 9, Corona Extra Beer, HO Mexico. That means made in Mexico for those of you who aren't bilingual. It's La Cerveza Más Fina. That means something about it being a good beer. It's brewed and bottled down in Mexico, and, well, we're really grateful to the Corona Extra people for helping out here by supplying beer to everyone. There are some at home who will say that detracted from the quality of play, the fact that players were freely drinking, please. No, folks. Don't let that confuse you. It's Corona Extra, the beer of the champions of Dupor Bowl 9. And down here, folks, we've got some Dupor Bowl 9 participants. It's been a good one. It's been the beautifully limed field. For that, we have Paul Tvardzik to thank. He did a great job on the grounds crew. And I also want to thank myself and Jim Hawley and Paul Tvardzik for constructing those yard markers. And we thank the Hartnett women for their wonderful job as the Chains crew, and Jean Colonese, my very own sister, for also assisting on that. We have had some real classics here, folks. Dave Gaynor, in his third Dupor Bowl, or fourth Dupor Bowl, has come all the way up from Delaware to participate in this fine event. He came up from Massachusetts, moved just to be closer to the Dupor Bowl. Doug Condon, playing in his second Dupor Bowl, really doing a fine job, especially in that first game. Bruce Murray, one of the all-time greats of Dupor Bowl history, had an off year, but he'll be back next year for Dupor Bowl 10. Harold Darak, a 3-time MVP, just did a great job. Bill Wyskiel, he has been here for every Dupor Bowl since 1979, folks, and he'll be back again next year, I'm sure. Jim Sid Hawley just did a great job, and we'd like to give special thanks to Sid for procuring the technical assistance for today's game. And Paul Tvardzik, of course, what more can we say about him? 1,000-yard all-purpose gainer. Just an all-time great player. Frank Netto is here with us. He was late to assist on the train crew, but he's been a part of past Dupor Bowls. And in fact, I believe history will note that Frank Netto came in to replace John DaRin after John went down with that crucial injury in 1984. Folks, let's take one last look at this Dupor Bowl field. It's just a beautiful, beautiful sight. You'll note the cones marking the corners of end zones and the goal lines. The beautiful lime job, again, done by Tvardzik. We'll thank him again for the lime. And folks, let's not confuse that lime with the lime that goes in your Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina. Yes, folks, many people prefer that with a lime. Not the kind of lime that goes on the field, but the lime that goes in the Corona Extra. Corona Extra, proud sponsor of Dupor Bowl 9, the BFL 1987 games. And a final word, we're just really happy on behalf of all of the BFL. I can say we're really happy with the Lafayette Field people here. We moved here last year, sort of unwillingly, I may add, but we're just completely happy with this. No complaints at all. And we'll be back here for Dupor Bowl X. So until Dupor Bowl X, which is 1 year from now, 1988, the 10th annual Dupor Bowl BFL game, this is Mike Colonese signing off for the Brownson Broadcasting Network at Lafayette Field in Shelton, Connecticut.